Hey everyone, happy Easter and welcome to my Saturday night edition of meal prepping. So, I talked to you guys earlier today about what I was going to do for the week ahead. Since today, when you're watching this, it's Easter and I am going to be cooking and spending time with my family, I wanted to get my food shopping and meal prepping done tonight so that I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. I also didn't want to go to the grocery store tomorrow because it's hard enough on the people that have to work anyway. I didn't want to add to that. So, I got it done tonight and here's what I have going on. So I just want to talk through a couple things. I wanted to keep it super simple since I didn't have not a whole Sunday, but like the most of the time that I have on a Sunday to do this. I got the staples together. So I always start with my veggies. I got salads for the week. I got all of my veggies like peppers and carrots and cucumbers prepped and cut up with the hummus pre-measured out for the different days that I'm going to eat my veggies. So I got 2 salads for me, 2 salads for Mark, plus all of my veggies. Mark is a juicer, so in order to get all of his veggies in, I typically like to give him at least 1 serving of veggies in juice. So this week we're doing spinach. He's got spinach and orange and ginger. I think we have spinach, orange and grape and ginger, and different varieties to help him get those veggies in. It's so easy. We have a Ninja. Basically, he can take this with him. He can drink it at home. Sometimes he will drink it and have a little side of peanuts, since that's a nice little easy snack to do. So I also have, while we're talking about it, I have baggies of peanuts. These are portioned out. This is a nice little healthy fat, but you still do have to watch your portions. So everything's measured, put into these little baggies, grab and go. I'm gonna throw these in his lunch bags and he can eat them when he feels like it. So now that we got our veggies done, I wanna talk about fruit. So fruit is generally pretty simple. You wanna wash everything first before you do anything. And then what I like to do is I like to cut it up and measure it out and put it into baggies so that way I can just grab this out of the fridge. So I keep this Tupperware container in the fridge and it's full of fruit. So this one has mixed berries in it. There's blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries of all varieties, all portioned out, all cut up and washed and cleaned in that container. I do the same thing with our grapes. And this is simple. If I want to throw them in a shake, everything's ready to go. I just dump the bag in. If I need a quick snack on the go, it's ready to go. If I want to pack it in my lunch, everything's washed clean. It's so simple. That's why I took the time to do it, especially grapes. People love grapes, but no one likes to take them off the stem, so they'll see them sitting in the fridge and they just forget about it. So if you take them off the stem already in advance, this will make your life so much easier. I cut up some strawberries for Sophie, so these are Sophie portion sizes, as well as I did Sophie's veggies too. So this is just a bunch of mixed peppers and cucumbers. These are nice little snacks that she'll take in her lunchbox to school. She loves just plain peppers and cucumbers. She will eat hummus, but she doesn't have to, so I don't pack it unless she asks for it. She's doing a little bit of guacamole this week. She really liked that last week, so we have a little guacamole container for her to take, and she'll enjoy that with some peppers as well. I have one of those core things. I don't know what it's called. It's a corer. Is that a word? Core. So I cut up all my pears. I just find that it's easier to eat that way, and so I cut them up in advance. I only do like a day or two because they can tend to get brown, but just a day or two, it's not a big deal. They're going to be perfectly fine, and I do the same thing with my apples. But if you don't, those are still portable snacks, and once they're clean, you can just grab and go with them as well. We also have proteins ready to go. So we have deviled eggs, obviously, because of Easter. We dyed Easter eggs this week. So I have Mark's clean deviled eggs here, just using the egg yolks and some mustard and relish. There is smoked paprika on them too. I just eat plain hard-boiled eggs, not a big deal, but it's a quick and easy protein, which I typically pair with an apple or a piece of fruit. We have our yogurts ready to go. So this is vanilla almond milk yogurt mixed with almond butter, and there are just a sprinkle of mini chocolate chips on top of those. Sophie also gets yogurt, and there's fresh strawberries cut up in here. So this is her yogurts for 2 days this week that she'll have yogurt. Quick, easy, done. I have my lunches packed. So I'm going to be doing bulgur wheat with rotisserie chicken. I have a couple days of that prepped and ready to go. Mark typically eats wraps, so I have different kinds of wraps. There's turkey and pepperoni. I have a tuna wrap for him, and I saved one day to do ham because I'm sure we're going to have leftover ham, but I have his wraps ready to go, and I even have one on just a little like whole wheat like bagel thin. And I put the dressing on the side on that one since I didn't want that flying all over the place. So that made that pretty easy. We are having chicken Caesar salad. So I talked about that. I said I just need quick and easy things to make this week. So half of the rotisserie chicken went for me for my lunches. The other half, this is perfectly portioned. I measured it out. It's 2 servings of protein that we're going to have Monday night for dinner. We're going to have chicken Caesar salads. And to keep it even simpler, I just bought the bag of chopped romaine. I got premium croutons, organic croutons here. You can make your own croutons at home, but if you are just busy and you work all day and we have an appointment after work, I'm not going to deal with that. So I have everything here, and Mark made the Caesar dressing from the Fixate cookbook. So that is already done for us. That's why this is going to be so simple on Monday, to just throw everything on a plate, and we're going to have a really yummy and awesome salad. So that's a lot of our protein options for this week. We're also going to have ham. We're also going to do turkey sausage, and we're doing a shrimp panzanella. I think that's how you say it. So what we did to prep for that in advance is I have frozen shrimp. It's in the freezer, but we chopped up all of our veggies. So there's red pepper and yellow pepper in here. There's cucumber, there's red onion. So that is half of the battle of getting something together for dinner. So now that this is already chopped up, we really just have to cook it, and it takes like 15 to 20 minutes. But we got all of the prep work out of the way tonight so that we don't have to worry about that during the week when we work all day, we have activities to do, so we can just have that for dinner without all of the muss and fuss of chopping veggies and dealing with that. For breakfast, you guys know we drink shakes. It's so easy. And a lot of people, I keep hearing the same thing. I just want to eat my food. Well, listen to this. So you can see all of this food behind me. When you are eating clean, you get to eat more. You need to eat more because you're eating lots of vegetables and fruits and clean proteins and healthy fats. So you have to eat more food. And what a lot of people fail to recognize is it's hard to eat all of that food when you first get started, but your body needs it. You're working out, you're getting your system primed, and having a shake is easy. It's one less meal that you have to make. It's an easier thing to eat, and it tastes really, really good. It's also filling that nutritional gap that you're missing. Even with eating all of this clean food, your body is still missing nutrients and minerals that you would have to eat tons of food to try to fill that gap. And supplementing, if you don't know what you're doing, could get expensive, and it doesn't make a lot of sense for everyone. So for us, we drink our Shakeology. It has everything that we need, and it's one less thing that we have to deal with. But I do prep it in advance. I just like to make it easier on myself. Mark always gets his with fruit. He gets more fruit than I do. So I need to start getting creative because he just doesn't want to eat all that food. If I had to pack him, like the juice. So if I had to pack him an extra serving of fruit, an extra serving of veggies, plus another serving of fruit right here, he wouldn't eat it. That's just the way that it would, that's just being honest. He would not eat it. So if I put it in his shake, he drinks it for breakfast, he drinks it on his way to work, and he really, really enjoys it. So I always put his fruit in here, plus his teaspoons of healthy fat. So it's usually almond butter or peanut butter or coconut peanut butter. Sometimes I just use coconut oil, and I stick it in here. We use unsweetened cashew milk, and that's kind of how it goes. Me, I pretty much am just a plain Jane. I do water with, the reason it looks dark is because there's almond butter in there, and there is a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract with cinnamon. So all of these are prepped. We have like a bunch of them. And all we then have to do is throw our scoop of shaken in the morning, and that's it. So it's like 30 seconds. No decisions have to be made. Really, the only decision is which flavor shake do you want to put in there. Another thing that we prep in advance every single week is lemon ginger water. So we make a big pitcher of lemon ginger water. We keep it in the fridge. I have a couple of these refillable water bottles. So I take one upstairs with me every night before I go to bed. And that way I have it first thing in the morning. You don't recognize that you lose a lot of water overnight when you're sleeping. So the first thing that you need to do to give your body that wake up that it needs is drink at least 16 to 20 ounces of water. Room temperature is really the best thing that you can put in you. It's easier to drink than shockingly cold water out of the refrigerator. So if you just start taking a water bottle up to your bathroom with you at night, it's the first place that you go every morning. Let's face it, let's be honest, right? You head into the bathroom. So once you go and kind of wake up, drink your water, and that will help get you started. Another thing that we have prepped for tomorrow is I have my vegetable side dish. So family's coming over and I want to make a healthy side because I know that there's going to be coleslaw and rolls and what else do we have in? Mashed potatoes. So I'm always in charge of the healthy side, right? That's my role in the family. So I made Brussels sprouts. So what I did was I put Brussels sprouts with a green apple. I diced it up. I did an onion and I did a shallot just with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper. That is it. And this is going to taste amazing. If you have never tried the combination of onion and apple in a roasted vegetable dish, you don't know what you're missing. And I encourage you to try it immediately. It's so good. There's just something about the sweetness of that apple pairing with the onion. It's just amazing. And Brussels sprouts is a really simple, easy dish. I picked up 2 packages at Aldi. I put about a package and a half in here, and that way I saved a little bit left over for me to have during the week here. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is just going to make life a lot easier this week. This took about 3.5 hours, but that was with a break in between to go get Sophie into bed and say goodnight to her and do the Easter Bunny tracker. And Mark has been off and on watching the hockey game that was on TV. So we banged it out really fast tonight. We didn't do anything fancy. We kept it simple. We stayed on track, and now our week is done. So I'm going to roll. I got to get this stuff packed into the fridge, and then I got to get the Easter basket ready to go. So that's my spiel. I hope this helps. As always, please let me know if you have any questions at all, or if you see something here that you want to try. Holler at me. And as always, I appreciate you watching.